You know, there's a common myth that entrepreneurship is only for the 20 or the 30-something crowd. And once you are over 40, it's very easy to think, I'm probably too old or it's too late for me. But according to Magriet Groenewald, a well-known social media marketing specialist, nothing could be further from the truth. She reveals how you can start an online side hustle at any age. Groenewald is online now to unpack how this is possible. Magriet, a very good morning. Thanks for joining us. Welcome.
Good morning, and thank you for having me. And it's really so exciting to talk about this entrepreneurship and the fact that it is so possible for anyone to start a side hustle. I mean, 20, 30 years ago, it wasn't possible. But because we have social media, anyone, regardless of your background or your age, can actually start. So I'm so happy to be here and tell the listeners more about this.
It's a very important conversation that should be had every single day. So as a starting point, what are some of the key things to note when considering starting your business?
So I think it is extremely important to have a passion for what you do, because a lot of people just want to go after the money. And the problem we see with that is that they do things that they don't really like, and then they hop around from opportunity to opportunity. So the first thing is to really understand, what am I passionate about? What am I going to love doing? And the reason why I feel passion is so important in entrepreneurship is because there is going to be difficult times. I mean, it is hard to be an entrepreneur. And if you have a driving force like passion, then it is something that can actually push you through.
And since the lockdown, we've seen a shift in the business front, and people do not necessarily have to have an office space. So what sort of online business options are there?
Yes, so the thing about the online space is that anyone can start if they have an internet access and a phone and social media. And the trick here is to have ideas and test it in the market. So with social media, you can actually go on social media and you can start talking about what you're interested in. You can start testing your ideas. And that is extremely important to fail fast and to fail cheap. Many entrepreneurs think that you need money, but that is not the case. So one of the very good opportunities is if you can pack your skills. Maybe you are very good at something and you can package those skills and you teach someone else. Maybe you're very good at gardening. Maybe you walked a journey where you lost a lot of weight. You can now actually package that skill and sell it to people. Another opportunity, of course, is e-commerce. If you have something that you want to sell. So what I always say is start small. Start selling one-to-one and then only go over to social media. Another big mistake entrepreneurs make is they spend money beforehand. You do not have to spend money to start a business. That was the case 40 years ago. But in the times that we are living today, with the access to, number one, resources and the access to a community, you don't need to start money. So you don't need to spend money. So the very first thing is to go on social media and start creating a community. Make sure that what you have to offer the market is actually something that solves someone's problem. That's very important. It has to solve someone's problem. And then start getting people enrolled in your idea, in your solution. And that is literally how you start. So you do not need a logo, you don't need a website, you can just start with your social media. And I feel this is so important, Simpiwe, because a lot of people would spend 10,000 Rand on a website. They would build the website, then they have this business, and then they don't have any buyers. So it's so important not to spend money, but to start, because business is ultimately giving someone value and they are willing to pay for that. So start packaging the value that you have and get people willing to pay for that. And then you grow from there.
But Magriet, is it always imperative that we should choose a side hustle that matches our skills and interests? Should I rather not go for any business that is profitable and makes money that does not necessarily align to what I do? Take me, for instance. I'm in the broadcasting and media space. So what could possibly work for me in terms of a side hustle that I could manage while I'm still in the environment that I'm at?
Yeah, so basically, people become entrepreneurs for two reasons. The one is to fulfill their life dream and their passion, and the other is out of need. So there is a lot of times where you really don't have a choice. You have to make this business work. Well, in that case, you are going to do it until you are on your feet. Then you are going to venture into something that you are really passionate about. So for you, for instance, you have your job in the media, but maybe you've got some hobbies on the side. Maybe you are good in cooking. So you can start a whole online community of people interested in what you cook. Maybe you have a passion for shoes. That's totally different from what you do now. And you can start teaching people how to dress better. Maybe you feel you have gained all this skill in presenting. How should I present? How should I put myself out there? How should I dress? And you can actually start teaching that to young people. So there's so many options that you can actually do.
Got your point taken there. But let's talk about, side hustles then. How do you ensure that you do not burn out, especially if you still have a full-time job?
So you have to start small. That is the thing. Like, you start small. And the thing about doing something you're passionate about, that actually fuels you, where your job is the thing. If you're not happy in your job, that is the thing that drains you. When you do something that is connected to your soul, and normally we see it's something that you love from when you were a kid. When you do that, that actually fills you up and it gives you energy. So the key here is to start small. Start small.
All right, Magriet, lovely chatting to you. Thank you so much for sharing your piece of advice with us. We do appreciate your time.